Yeah, well, we effed up the schedule. Now they're effing up the schedule. It's all good now. Yeah,
it's all good. Like they're actually following our schedule. You know
that's right. That's right. They thought, wait a minute.
They said, wait up.
Boys a break. They're working real hard this season.
Yeah.
Let's switch up to Friday and let the recap and record podcast get their bearings, and then we'll
shout out to Katie Thurston though. What's up
bro? Listen, bro, you got me in trouble, fam. You got me in fucking trouble. You got me in trouble with a real cute celebrity. Listen, I listened back to the clip and I didn't say it. I just said all I said was she's okay and she's a safe choice. I still think she's extremely attractive, and now, one, she's probably not going to come on the podcast because of me, and two, if she does, I'm going to have to simp up and apologize for the first 30 minutes because you know what I mean?
We don't know if she saw the clip where you said safe choice though. We don't know that. We don't know that. We know that she saw, us talk. And granted, that was Opus put that, you know what I mean? Created that. And because I realized, I was like, I didn't talk in that clip at all.
So now I'm in the doghouse with Katie.
I said like 2 words in that clip. I was like, yeah, exactly. Like I didn't say anything. And I was like, oh, this is a Levi clip. That's fine.
So I think what needs to happen is that would be dope. I mean, listen, they were all 3 of the girls were on like the official FBoy Island Instagram live last night. I watched that for like a second. And so they're into it. So I mean, listen, if you pull that Mercedes card, I feel like we could get whoever on the pod. So I mean, let's start reaching out and pull some spots. I'm down.
I know, because I tagged Danny in the post and he liked it. So I was like, okay, all right. So and that's the thing though. It's like, it's you kind of have to follow people to be like, for them to feel like, oh, I'm gonna repost your shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, but I don't want to follow the whole damn cast. Like,
I mean, or you could just make that like a seasonal task kind of
seasonal
thing.
Task.
And then unfollow them, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you.
But ladies and gentlemen, so official, unofficial, open. Here we go. It's the Recap and Record podcast. We're back, and it's week 2, recapping FBoy Island, and we're coming at you reviewing and recapping episode 3 and episode 4 of this season of FBoy Island. Those episodes are Bro Stole My Eggs and Game Over. And boy, oh boy, starting with the first bomb of the season, it's episode 3, Bro Stole My Eggs. And things are getting messy.
Yes.
Nikki wants to make them messier. And so, man, oh man, I texted you as soon as I saw.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I haven't watched yet. And so I waited, and then I got a text from you. And here we are. The boys are back in town.
Wow. Yo, this is why I love this show, man. It's unpredictable. Like, I like that. I like that in reality TV and competition shows, whatever, because it just keeps you on your toes, whatever. Like, sometimes you get some weird stuff on like Love is Blind, whatever. Right. But this was like, wow, like, all right, they're going to reintroduce 3 guys from the previous season, right? And who... and it was just crazy because I just was talking to you about it. I said, it must be part of his like contract. Like, this guy has to market for this new season. I don't know why he's talking about this new season, right? And I'm talking about Mercedes Knox, right? And this motherfucker is back. Like, he's on this season. Yeah. So they bring back 3 guys from the previous season. They bring back Mercedes, Danny, and Benedict. All right. So Mercedes and Danny were fuckboys. You know what I mean? And Benedict was a nice guy. So here's the little backstory. Benedict and Mercedes were going after the same girl, right? You know what I mean? And I think her name was Louisa or something like that, or Louise, or right? And she ended up picking Mercedes, right? And she was attracted to both of them, but she kept saying that, like, oh, Benedict, he just don't, you know what I mean? Like, you could tell he was being too nice, right? Like, he didn't have that edge to him, right? So she ended up picking the FBoy, and then Mercedes was solid. Like, he didn't take the money. He wanted to make a relationship with Louise, right? But Danny was the unfortunate dude to where he was an FBoy, and his match, right? And I forget her name. I wish I knew her name off the top of my head. She said, no, I'm taking all the money because I'm actually an F girl. And I said, you could do that? I didn't know you. I didn't know the woman had a choice to just walk away. And Nikki Glazer was kind of hinting at that, like, oh,
So
you don't have to choose either one of these guys. You don't have to choose either one.
We had Mia.
It was Mia.
Louise,
it was Mia.
And Tamaris.
Oh, Tamaris. Does she look Hispanic?
Pink hair, kind of.
Yeah, no, there was Tamaris then. Yeah, it was Tamaris. Tamaris.
She was the F girl.
She was the F girl. She left Danny. Wow. She said, I don't want either of these guys. I'm gonna take all the money and run. And I was like,
they can do that. Yeah, no one's ever alluded to that, and so someone just did it, and then now it's happening.
Yeah, now it's happening.
They just did it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hence, we're gonna get that show, which I am so interested to see that, man. Yeah. Like 3 guys getting all the bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like that's dope. It's dope, bro.
And so now, like, is one of them gonna be an F boy?
I know. Yeah. Oh my god.
I keep searching, man. I keep looking for F Girl Island.
Are they playing? Are they? Was that a fake? Was that a tease?
It's on IMDb. It says it's coming. Nikki says it's coming. I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, and we'll see. We'll report back, but nothing yet. So but I'm pretty sure it's coming.
All right.
So so we've got back Mercedes, we've got back Danny, and we've got back Benedict, and boy, oh boy, we're making things messy. And so out the gate, as soon as they arrive, we pretty much get what sets the premise for episode 3.
Yes.
Is us finding out that Marquies is actually the younger brother of Mercedes that we just happened to not mention at all, because why would you, right? Because you don't want that stigma, you don't want that stank on you because of whatever happened last season, no matter if it was good or not.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, wait, your brother, or like,
or is that like your bro?
Right,
yeah. I mean, like, he's like, no, like my biological brother, like, you know what I mean, like, and I'm like,
okay, great. And so it quickly,
y'all must got different dads or moms or something. Y'all ain't come from the same 2 parents.
You're not buying it, right?
We have like, and you know, black people, we don't say half brother stuff like that. We don't do that. Yeah. But somebody got a different dad, man. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way they the same 2 parents. You know what I mean, ain't no way. Frat brother. Maybe he's his frat brother.
Oh, maybe that's it. Okay. Well,
military brother, because
stepbrother,
Mercedes was in the military. Could be his military brother.
Okay.
Brother in arms. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother.
So many other possibilities.
but the M names, it could be possible. It could be possible with the 2 M names.
Sure.
But they're not the same.
No, and so we just kind of quickly find out where everyone's loyalties lie.
Yes,
like, it's very set off the gate. Mercedes is here for himself, and he's basically using his brother for that purpose only. And Marquies is happy to let his older brother do whatever his older brother wants to do. You know what I mean? It's like, so like out the gate, he's like, I like Haley. And Mercedes is like, I like Haley. And Marquies is like, well, you can have Haley, I guess.
Yeah, you can, if you want her. Like, I mean, I didn't put all my eggs in her basket.
And then starts the
eggs.
The epidemic of the eggs. Now listen, this
egg epidemic, man.
The eggs in the basket term comes from Love Island. It started on Love Island. That's
that's not. What do you mean started? Like that? People have been using this phrase forever. But
of course. But I think in recent years, I've only heard eggs in my basket on the Love Island shows that I've watched a few different countries, and they all say it, and it's all consistent. So I'm just saying, I haven't heard any of the other guys talk about their eggs on the show yet. So, first of all, stop saying it. It's
because we don't have eggs. We fertilize eggs. We don't have eggs.
So uncomfortable, bro. Like, get away from me with the eggs. And it's just like, hey, man. First of all, from the jump, everyone's on him. He's like, well, not all my eggs were in Haley's basket. So if Mercedes wants to go talk to Haley, he can, because like 20% of my eggs were over in Danny's basket. And every single guy there is like, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
About? When did you talk? When?
Yeah,
Since when?
yeah.
You didn't ever looked in her direction.
Yeah, I never seen that.
Never even talked to this girl.
Well, because I think the guys that are going after Danny are a little bit more formidable than the guys. Right. Yeah, I mean, right. Now what you got, Mercedes, he's locking that all up, man. That Haley
so yeah, Mercedes gets his lockdown, and it happens. And so
how often do you think that happens to them in real life, though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it seems so natural. It seems like the deferring to his older brother.
Like Mercedes, like that was the plan. Like Mercedes like sent his little brother in to lay the groundwork. Then Mercedes comes in and he's like, all right, what do you got for me? What's the intel? Oh, well, it's Haley. Great, bet. That's who I'm going for. And then boom, bam, he serves it up, and it's a slam dunk, right?
Yeah, but I mean, in real life, I feel like that is the story of Marquies's life. Like, my brother takes my girlfriends.
It has to have happened. It did not happen that smoothly. Right. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. It did not happen that smoothly on this show without that already happening in real life.
Oh, yeah.
100%. There's no way. Yeah, that's
like, you like Marquies is afraid to bring girls around Mercedes. You know what I mean, like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Or like, he don't tell Mercedes about a new girl until he's like 3 months into a relationship. Right, like, yeah, right. Like,
which is probably why he's on the show, because that's the only way. Because he can't do it in his hometown, nope. Because he probably lives real close to his brother, or whatever. Like,
they said they live together. He said the brother.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, then of course, any new girl you're talking to, instantly your brother's gonna know and just snag from you, bro. So of course, the only way for Marquies to get a date was to fly away to an island with Nikki Glacier and 20 other dudes.
Yeah.
And it just, man, I think his plan unfortunately backfired, because now here's your brother, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
So Haley comes in, of course. It's Haley's turn for a date. And of course, she picks Mercedes just to explore that initial attraction off the gate. We saw in the confessional, she's like, whoo, blown away, stunned. Of course, everyone is. I mean, look at him. The man's, I mean, like, let's not deny it. The man's attractive. Like, let's just we gotta say what we gotta say here. I mean, he's a very good looking man. So I hope he comes on the podcast. I'd love to talk.
Yes, we would love you on the podcast, man. Come on.
Yeah, we should totally.
Like, I did DM him, and I'm thinking like, maybe he can't talk to me yet. You know what I mean? Like, maybe because I don't want him to think that I'm trying to get secret information. Like, no, we're gonna respect the process. We're gonna enjoy the show with you. Yeah. We don't want you to get in no trouble. You know what I'm saying? Mercedes, you're welcome back on the show, man. Like, on my show, but also this show. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk shop, man, with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he gives the vibe out the gate. I mean, it's pretty much, I mean, you know what I mean? It's just basically what we saw with Jared and Danny. Mercedes lays it down. It's the kiss. It's everything. It's the smooth talking. And I mean, it's pretty much what you can expect from the date with her. Did you have any other notes on that, or the pool at all, or?
No, yeah. I mean, like I said, I kind of knew, you know what I mean, watching him in the previous show. He does have the charm, and it was kind of shocking just how, like, but that's how it is though. Like, you ever been into, like, when you're at school and the new girl comes or the new guy comes to school, and then everybody is just attracted and wants that first piece, whatever. Yep. And so that's what it felt like. It felt like high school a little bit. And it was like, she's like, oh yes, I gotta talk to him. Like, this is my opportunity. I don't think that, Danny and Katie want him, so I'm gonna shoot my shot, whatever. You know what I mean?
And where do you? So I'm sorry, we should have covered this before, but so Mercedes went into his season as an FBoy, but then he split the money for the win. What do we think he is now in season 3? Do you think we're a nice guy, or do you think he's here as an FBoy? Did we find that?
He did say that he said, like, himself. I thought I heard him say that he's in here like reformed, like he's not he's coming here like he wants a relationship, like he's looking for somebody, So he makes it look like he's a reformed FBoy, wanting to be a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Benedict, on the other hand, is like, all right, man, that nice guy shit is done.
Right. He's got.
I'm here for the kill.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So I guess they did touch on that. So then, he comes back from the date, and of course everybody's dogging on Marquies, and the only other point, I guess, is Haley confronts Marquies because she gets wind of the whole 80-20% debacle story that's happening now.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, a situation which you alluded to last episode. It's just these boys snitching on each other.
Oh my
God. Basically just Haley like, yo, did you say something about like talking to Danny or something? Like, you're not all in on me or whatever?
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, like, what are you talking about? I don't know, whatever. And then immediately Nick and his foot soldiers were like, well, Haley, actually, whoa.
No, keep going. Keep going.
He was like, nah, like, Haley, actually, at 6:45 p.m., Marquies came in here and said, and then he has like a whole chat transcript of the whole occurrence, and they're all like, yep, that's what he said. That's what he said. And Haley's like, is that what you said? And Marquies is like, well, you know what? Yeah, that's it.
You done fucked up, right? You done fucked up, right?
It's like, okay, bro, like, now what do you think you got it? So now you just got to double down. And whenever anyone brings it up, you say, that's what I said from the beginning. I said this, because their memories aren't as strong as yours. So if you keep pounding it, they're going to start believing it. And that's going to be the end all be all. So if you can get through that tricky hallway, then you're through. But it's going to be tough, and you're going to have to commit to the bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. And you mentioned Nick and his foot soldiers. This is the first time I ever seen Nick on the show. I don't even know, like, I didn't even know he exists, whatever, right? Like, and so that's what this season has been. Like, it's always some random mofo coming out of nowhere, and I'm like, wait up, I don't even remember you being on the show. So this guy presses Mercedes, and it's like, yo, bro, I don't like what you did to your brother, yo. Like, how you just snake him out of the girl, and I'm thinking like, and then Mercedes, I love this guy, man. Like, this is the thing. He's a charmer, but he ain't no bitch either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mercedes ain't no punk. You know what I mean? He like, yo, bro, like, first off, that's my brother. Like, I mean, mind your fucking business, right? Like, and you talking crazy. Like, you don't know him like I know him. And basically saying like, bro, I steal his bitches all the time. Like, you don't know our you don't know our relationship, bro. Like, so mind your business. Like, he still love me. I still love him. That's the relationship that we got. Mind your business, bro. You talking you being a goofy. And like he brought out the goofy word again. You know what I mean? Because that
goofy, right?
That was a recurring theme in season 2. Like, he kept calling me like, you a goofy, you goofy, man, you goof. And like, yo, so I'm like, oh, they done got Mercedes fired up. It's trouble for the house. That's what I'm saying. It's trouble for the house.
It's good TV, as Nikki would put it. It's good TV. Yep. So our eliminations. Oh,
we didn't even. Well, are we gonna talk about the other girls? Let's.
Oh, go ahead.
Hit on. Well, I'm saying, so then Daniela, right? Like, she gives Daniela gives Danny a chance. I guess Danny is part of her tribe now, whatever. But did we see much of her dating? I think it was just kind of status quo, right? Or wasn't she dealing with some like backlash with the Jared situation or anything like that?
Yeah, it was that. And I honestly, I'll be honest with you, I don't even have any notes on it because it wasn't that important. I have her bottom 2, whatever. But then Katie, though, automatically she's enamored by Benedict, right? And like that is the guy that she's looking at. She's like, oh my God, like look at, and this guy, he's in amazing shape. Like, this guy's fucking chiseled, man. And like also a stand-up comedian or something.
He is. He's a comedian. Yeah. Okay. So she's a little bit skeptical about that because she feels like most comedians, have F-boy tendencies. But I think just that camaraderie, that connection of comedy, it has her intrigued, and she's like, dang, like, this, man, if I can get a comedian that, like, no comedians out there on the circuit look like this guy. Yeah. What comedian is looking like that guy?
Matt Rife. But
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, you don't know Matt Rife?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know Matt Rife. No, I don't know,
Oh,
Matt.
no, Matt Rife's like the biggest thing on the comedy stand-up comedy scene right now. He's like a 25-year-old kid with a six-pack and the hair and the gorgeous eyes, white boy. Like basically all the moms like go to a show and like throw their bras on the stage and like want to hook up with him out back. Like he's just like the celebrity heartthrob young guy in comedy. I mean, he's been doing it for like 10, 15 years. So I mean, he deserves his world tour just sold out in like 2 days. He had like Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis in the promo. Like it's a whole
Let me see,
it
Matt
just
Rife.
yeah, just get on TikTok or Instagram Reels and look up just his name. It's you'll find it. But he's just the youngest,
Oh,
hottest.
I know this guy. I know
Yeah.
this guy. He is funny. I've seen him so, but
So, but I
nah, I
mean,
don't know.
yeah,
He's not. He's man. Benedict is in better shape than that guy.
of course, I'm sure he is. But
Yeah.
it's man, I've been there, right? I've been there with the girl who was into the same thing as me, same interests. I was like, oh shoot, we can make YouTube videos together. We're gonna podcast together. We're gonna game together. It's gonna be a whole media empire together. And all
Yep.
it was us clashing heads because she thought she was better
Oh,
than me. I thought I was better than her. She thought she knew what she was doing, but the only time that she filmed something for us, all of her footage was yellow, so she obviously didn't know what the fuck she was doing. And so it's fine. And so that's why we broke up. But it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
not good. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it works, by all means. Sometimes it
Okay.
works, but I'm just from experience, you need like I know the
Yin to the yang. A
nice
yin and
girls are
yang.
looking for the nice guy, but like you need some of that opposite attracts, like kind of
Yep.
yeah, yin to the yang, as you say. Right.
Yep. Yep. So yeah. So all right. So we can get into now. Yeah, we can get into the bottom twos now. All right. So bottom twos.
So
So for the bottom two, Daniela's bottom two was Danny and then Steven.
Steven.
Right?
Yep.
Steven.
Yep.
And then for Haley, it was Marquies and Nick, right?
Yep.
And part of it, I don't know if it had to do with some of the argument or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then Katie's bottom two, she had Connor and she had Jonathan.
Uh-huh. Yep. And so I mean Katie's bottom two out the gate, Jonathan and Connor. I know we've seen Connor a little bit here and there. Jonathan, not really all that much. So that was kind of a toss up. She sent home Jonathan.
Connor. No, she sent home Connor.
Connor. That's right. Sorry.
Yep, she sent home Connor.
That's right. Connor, and he ended up being an FBoy.
Yes. So here's the thing, because then we get another like FBoy discovery in one of these eliminations. So here's my thing though about these guys, right? So all right, these FBoys. Now it is shocking sometimes when you see that somebody is like revealed as an FBoy. It's like, what? You were an FBoy, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do like this part of FBoy Island where they let those guys get their last minute of piece. You know what I mean? They let them say their piece. However, we've seen it now like two other different times, right? And so you get the guy who's now the FBoy, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm FBoy. I'm probably the biggest FBoy here, man. I get more girls than all you dudes, whatever.
And so that was yeah.
That was kind of, but here's the thing. My problem with it is the fact that it's like, bro, it don't matter if that was your designation. You've done nothing on this show to even give us an inclination that you were anything.
Like if so, it was the finale, if you made it to like the end, and you get to say you were
get to say,
right? Yeah.
Like, but saying like, oh, I'll get more. Oh, so y'all don't even know I'm the biggest one. No, you're actually not the biggest FBoy because we can't even tell. We can't even tell you are, and you're barely in scenes. All we see is that dumbass mustache. But like, like. You know what I'm saying? Like you did nothing of note, nothing notable on this show, and you want to talk the most trash like afterwards. And I was like, that's corny. Like he did that, and I feel like, and then another elimination, he did that too, where he's like,
yeah. So next was Danny and Steven. And Steven went home, and he was also an FBoy, and his spinoff, right? His went on. He said, do you honestly think I'd split money with you before my own mom? And first of all, let me just say something right now. I know that you have a different relationship with your parents, and Sandy and I are back on good terms.
Hey.
Just know that if I would, in fact, ever inherit a chunk of money like that, there's no goddamn way I'm giving Sandy Dunko a penny. Like I've got
I have a good relationship with my mom, but
Like I've got enough problems I gotta deal with first, and especially only like 50 G's, bro, or whatever that back half it. Like after
we're
tax.
parents though. We're also
Yeah, that's
parents.
true,
So
right? And I got the kid to worry about now, right? Exactly. So that's
yeah,
like,
so he's weird. He's a
your
mama's, but
mom,
like, bro,
bro. And then
get
he
out here.
called out CJ for Danny and CJ, I think, and like he was like, "You're making out with a PE teacher over here," and it's
No,
like
Christian is
Sorry,
name.
Christian.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah. And I was like,
PE teacher. Come
and
on,
but she stood
bro.
up for her man.
She
She stood
did.
up for
She
she said,
certainly did.
he's more of a man than you ever will be. And
She
I was like, oh,
certainly did, didn't she? Yes, she did. Yes, she
yep,
did.
yep.
And so then
And then
we get Marquise and Nick. So
yes,
let's start with Marquise. Marquise is now quadrupling down on his excuses and he's letting everyone in the house know his intentions from the beginning, just so it's clear, in case anyone was confused in the last few weeks. In case anyone was confused, I've got 80% on Haley and I've got 20 on Daniela. Is everyone, can we understand that now?
Yeah, I'm playing
So
roulette.
Haley,
I got $80 on
right.
this person, and I got 20 on this. You know what I mean? Like,
And so he basically asked, and I mean, he does it first at the mixer as like this weird breakup thing. And now in elimination, he's doing it again. He basically asked Haley for permission to pursue Danny.
yeah.
In hopes that that's why she'll keep him around.
Yo, the way that Mercedes was cringing, though, he was like, "Oh my god, bro! Like this, he's doing it. He's doing it again. He's doing it again.
Right.
He does this at home. Like oh my god! Like why does he not know how to talk to girls the way I do? Like what's wrong with this dude? Like yeah, you could tell he's like, bro, that he got different dad, man. I just don't know.
Well, if Mercedes comes on, we'll have to ask him. And
we gotta ask, man. Y'all, I mean, full, brother. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So Marquise makes a fool of himself once again in front of everybody. Everyone starts laughing at him. And so Haley gets rid of Nick.
Yes.
And so before we can even continue, Nick just has something that he's got to say.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, like, when this happens, like the girls start reacting, everyone knows what's about to cut. It's like a nice guy speech. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just out the gate. And he says, your weak as fuck character is showing. And like, you're not who I thought you were.
Yeah.
And honestly, the vibes you're giving off right now for keeping him and getting rid of me, gold digger, a motherfucking gold digger, he says, and then the only explanation that I could have possibly had was maybe like, does Mercedes have money like that outside the show? I mean, listen, I've been seeing these like season 3, season 4 Love is Blind girls who like quit their like $200,000, $300,000 a year jobs because being a social media influencer now after the show pays them $600,000 and $800,000 a year. It's like DePete and her other friend from the show.
Okay.
And so it's like, you know what I mean? So like maybe because Mercedes was on season 2, maybe he's got a little bit of influencer money now. Maybe that's where that came from.
Yeah, I don't know. Gold digger, unless like her intentions are like, unless he feels like, oh man, you settling with this FBoy to leave him, so like you just want the money, like you're gonna take the money. I don't know.
Insinuating that she's an F girl and like she's gonna take the money. I don't.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, the gold digger comment didn't land.
Like I thought we didn't use that term anymore, bro. I thought that was out of the culture. I thought we didn't use that. I thought like white people adapted that, and then you guys just got rid of it. Like I thought.
It's still around. It's still around. But like, it's just I don't know. It didn't land though. I was like, I don't get what you're saying. I get that you're salty, whatever. Yeah. But and this is before we get into episode 4.
Oh yeah,
this is where I ain't like too, like, because I'm a little biased to this, whatever. Okay. So Mercedes, I like him getting his shit off, whatever. But then he started coming at Bull because his hairline, whatever. And I'm like, bro, once I seen his brother without his do-rag on, I'm saying, but your brother don't got no hairline, like at all, like at least my like. And I was like, I was like, bro, can't be dissing the hairline when your own brother struggling. You know what I mean? And he's younger than you. He's younger than you, and he's struggling.
That? Latest episode 280 plus, a hatfish. We call that a
hatfish. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely, Marquies is definitely on some hatfishing type stuff. He always wearing his do-rag.
Well, and of course that necklace has to accommodate for something. Obviously, like none of the other men have like a just diamond studded necklace around their neck. Like let's put it away. Like we don't need to wear it around the pool. Like come on.
Yeah.
So we get to that's episode 3, right?
Yep. Episode 3.
So episode 4, we open. I just love this quote. You know what I mean? We get more. I love when we open with Pierce. Opening the episodes with Pierce is always a good move, and I hope this pattern continues because you know what I mean? Everyone's like, yo, Pierce, what's up? And so he's like, no one's safe on the island. He's just going to be himself and bring the most beautiful energy possible to all of the women. And so, because like everyone's like kind of figuring out where they're at and what their strategy is going to be. And everyone's kind of sniffing out what everyone else's strategy is going to be and figuring out where their role is here in the house. Because, right, we have to, right? We got to be a little strategic here eventually. So figuring out, you know, who's going to stay in the background, who's going to make themselves known, who's an F-boy, who's not, what their moves are, what they tell the girls versus what they tell each other. Like, so we're starting to just ask questions, right?
Yes. So with this episode, should we just kind of cover because chronologically, or should we just kind of cover the girls like in each piece and like just everything that happened with each girl? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's just focus on the girls. Yeah.
All right. So we start with Danny. All right. Cause that's always like my first, I've always put her first. Maybe I have a bias towards her as well, whatever. Right.
Well, she's usually, I have her as first too. So she was the first to go on a date. I guess that's just where they send them in for dates, which is weird. Wait, I apologize. Is this how it's always worked? Like, why isn't this like every other show where like outside of the dates, they're all always mingling? Because it just seems like outside of the mixers, the eliminations and the dates, it's just a fucking sausage fest. And then they have to wait for someone to come through the gate. Like I don't know. I thought it would make it a little more interesting if maybe while Danny was on a date, Katie and, you know what I mean? And, whoever
Haley
Haley can be back mingling and learning more about different guys to decide when it's time, you know what I mean?
I think this shows a little bit more of a quick turnaround, and again I don't know if they want them necessarily like I think they always talk about how they're pressed for time, you know what I'm saying, like that. So I think this one is a little bit the structure is a little different, a little wonky, maybe strategy. Yeah, it's almost like they're releasing the food into the kennel, you know what I'm saying? Like for the dogs.
Right. That's exactly what it's like. Right. It's just a bunch of lions sitting around and then tossing a steak every once in a while. And it's like whoever gets a steak, gets a steak.
Yep.
To a date, right? You know, so interesting. I guess maybe too, now it's kind of like if an F-boy has too much time to convince her that he's a good guy, then it just becomes instantly easy. But if he only has a minute here, 5 minutes there, if he gets picked for a date here, there, it's a lot harder and a lot kind of
I think maybe it is that way. Yeah. So all right, so we're gonna start with Danny. We're gonna focus on Danny before we get to the bottom twos for each girl and everything like that. So Danny, so this was funny to me, right? Because she's like, all right, yeah, I wanna go out there and I wanna learn these new guys, and I wanna experience these new people and things like that. I want to give other guys a shot. And then who did she go on a date with? The same motherfucker that she been going on dates with. She goes on a date with CJ, and I'm like, this isn't a new guy. What happened to that?
That and Marquies in the path of CJ, thinking that this was his opportunity. Marquies thought, oh, she's coming.
I forgot about that. I forget because that's how insignificant he was. Like he just
she gave him a hug and was like, she actually asked him where CJ was. Like
I do remember that. Like he was like, okay. He's over there.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, I want to give a new guy a chance. Let me go on a date with the guy that I've been going on dates with.
Let's go on a date. Yeah.
A new date. I didn't want to go on a new date with a new guy. I just wanted to go on another new date. Like,
I love it.
So you know, and then they're playing basketball, right? And you know, obviously they play FBoy instead of playing pig or horse, they play FBoy. He wins, of course. I think he was like, you know, letting her get some shots, whatever, and he gets a kiss, right? And she is feeling CJ, man. He is definitely and here's the thing, she's the most mixy of all the girls. She is the most mixy, but it does feel like he's the front runner. But she has a connection with like damn near all the guys that any guy that she actually goes on a date with, she has a connection with them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess
but
how you're supposed to play the game, right?
Yeah. And she says that he has substance, right? She feels that there's a little bit more there to him, you know. And I think she just likes the fact that he's an athlete. I think again, and you said sometimes that having something in common is not good, but she's an athlete, and I think she respects his grind. She respects his hustle. And she's like, oh, yeah, I mean, like he travels. I probably travel. And granted, I don't know what level he's playing in basketball because he said professional, but like he's not in the NBA. He might be in the G League. He might be playing overseas. Hopefully he's not playing for the.
Jared said about, because I think that's what Jared used as his ammo in the first date in episode like 1 or 2. He said CJ goes overseas, so I think he plays in the UK or Japan somewhere, not in this country. So whatever that means for the league or team, I don't know.
Yeah.
But so I think he plays overseas a lot.
Okay.
So whatever that is.
Yeah. So, and pretty much, I mean, even though it didn't happen chronologically like this, really, it's all about CJ, whatever. So really, we don't get much more from Danny until her bottom 2. Did you see anything else with Danny?
No, I think there was a Marquies went up to her at the mixer for a one-on-one that was awkward. Basically just it was basically just it was short-lived, and it was just him trying to convince her that, like, you know, here I am, and like I've always, you know, since day one, I was all, he literally said since day one he was about her. And then she was like, until you were about Haley. Like, it's just, he's trying so hard to stay in the game.
Yep.
He's trying so hard to stay in the game. But that was pretty much it from Danny for episode 4.
Episode 4. So do you want to get into Katie or Haley?
Let's do Haley first.
Okay, because Katie has a lot of baggage. All right.
Yep.
So Haley, oh my God, now this is authentic, right? Like she says, oh my God, this is the crazy one. This is the crazy one.
So first, let's hold on. So first of all, Haley, it's time for Haley's date, and she picks Keith. Hey man, hey.
I've never seen Keith.
Hey man, hey, who? What? Hey, who's Keith? When did he come?
Who the fuck is Keith?
Hey.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I just literally said Haley's date with Keith out of nowhere. Where'd he come from? Hey, poof, Keith's here. And guess what? He's got the weirdest. Where's that accent? Is that like what?
Yo, bro.
I don't know.
So like back up real quick. So she says, I want to give a new guy a chance. Like I want to give a new guy a chance. And
she does it right. She does.
So everybody is like thinking like Mercedes thinks he's gonna get another date. This guy thinks he's gonna get another date. And she's like, I'm gonna pick the guy that no one's ever seen on camera. I'm gonna pick Keith or whatever. And I was like,
another weird dude. Like I feel like Keith and Pierce are just off somewhere. Like
Keith talks like this. Like he talks to his teeth, and he just smiles, and he just doesn't move. He moves his lips, but his mouth does not actually move. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yo, this motherfucker guy. Yo, I said he got the George Washington. He got the fucking George Washington teeth, bro. Like he don't like his.
It took me to the end of their conversation to understand a word he was saying. That's how long it took. I finally understood what he was saying by the very end of it, and then I was okay. I was so uncomfortable. I didn't know who.
Oh, so uncomfortable with Keith.
I didn't know where this thing came from. So the accent, and so then we just it's fine. We're going on a little snack date. We're sitting down. We're having a snack, and so out the gate, we just want to be transparent. We just want to be transparent out the gate. I've dated men.
Whoa,
It might
I
have
said,
been.
wow. I said, whoa, I
It
can't
might have been.
pause it.
It might have been. It might have been. It might have been some of the. It might have been. It might have been someone in the house. It might have been someone outside the house. I don't know when I stopped being gay, but I've dated men. But I'm here for you, babe. I'm just like, okay, he's bi.
Yo,
He's bi. And then
when he said, yo, and I was like, yo, watching it live was crazy. I was like, what the fuck did he just what did he just say that?
I love
He
it.
said, yeah, I just want you to know that I dated
Dated
men
men before. Is that an issue? Is that an issue for you? And of
Right.
course, and of course, listen. So of course, Haley. Like, look, listen. Just, I think we were all expecting her to say what she said. Like, oh, well, bitch, I've been with, you know what I mean? I've been with girls before.
Yeah.
Do you? Are we on the same page here? Is it different for guys than it is for girls? Like,
Oh yeah, no, we because you know how we do, man. Like that
buy like
the buy does not like I don't men don't recognize other men don't recognize buy when it comes to men. Like it's like it's
right.
black or white. It's black or white. Like
Okay.
you can't.
Thank you.
You
Okay.
can't play for both teams if you're a guy. Like it
I
just
mean,
don't.
listen, like I'm all about the LGBTQ
Sure.
and like I'm all about, but like I just feel like there's just an underlining 1% left in the cup of just like we're more accepting of women who are than we are of the men, and like it's just the black and white. Yeah. Okay, good. On the same page.
No, we're on the same page there. But then and this is I'm watching it live and I'm like, and I'm thinking like, damn, she didn't really react, whatever. Like she just kind of like stone face and just she kind of seemed accepting. And I was thinking like, is it for the cameras? Is it for like, cause you can't say like, can she say, oh, I don't like that? In today's day and age, can she say, I don't like that?
Oh, can she disagree?
Can she like not even make no big comment? Like not even because she definitely can't say what we're saying.
Wow. Right.
But that was the talking point for me. I said she definitely can't talk how we are talking. But can she even say I don't like that in today's day and age?
Right. She can't. Right.
I don't think she can. I think she's canceled, bro. Like if she says I don't even like it. So what she's gonna do is she's just gonna move. She's gonna accept what he says.
Okay.
She's gonna give us whatever the AI spit out for her to say. The AI teleprompters, and then but she's gonna move accordingly. He has no chance with her. Like he has no chance with her.
Okay. Right. Yes, you're absolutely right.
And it almost makes it seem like now, like the show, is it super scripted? Like, was that for the show? Why would she pick that guy? She had no reason to pick him in the first place.
Right. So then you want to take it 2 steps deeper and go down the rabbit hole. Right. No. I mean, right. Was it scripted?
Because that was definitely shocking TV. That was shocking. That was a shocking soundbite.
We weren't going to get that. So the twin wanted to be picked for the date, and Mercedes.
He was fly. Yeah, he was fly too.
He was ready to go. Right. He was all white on the island dress. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ready to go. So like she had some options, but then out of nowhere we pull this guy.
We pull Keith. We pull Keith out of nowhere. We pull Keith.
And so, wow, that's a wild conspiracy theory, and I like it.
I'd love to. Come on, bro. Like, I don't know. They're like, yo, we gotta get people to watch the show. Let's, have her pick this.
I mean, so then, like, it obviously opened up that like segue to like make the uncomfortable joke, like, oh, if we end up together, we could have like a weird threesome thing, like her.
Oh, when he said that was weird. That was creepy, bro.
Yeah, and so like, I mean, that's like FBoy tendencies, obviously. So like, maybe that was like. But also, like, maybe his move to try to be a nice guy if he is an FBoy, like, I'm bi, I love everyone, I'm accepting, I'm a nice guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting play. Listen, we've seen interesting plays before. I mean, like, there was that one, like, a season of Survivor. Like, some guy, they had a family member come, and like you win the challenge with your family member, and then you get to go on like a vacation and get a dinner with them and not have to go back to camp. And so little buddy didn't win. So instead what he did was he was like, hey bro, how's grandma? And then they spun this whole story about how like grandma's like not doing good. She's on her deathbed. Like she's literally probably just passed away 20 minutes ago. He starts breaking down. The person who did win the challenge was like, yo, you should go spend time with your brother. You take the reward. You take it. Jeff gives him the reward.
Wow.
We cut to the cameras. Grandma doesn't exist.
What?
Grandma doesn't exist. They made the whole thing up to win the prize, to get the time together, to get an advantage in the show. Like they planned it ahead of time. He was like, listen, if you come for the family challenge, if we're down bad and I start talking about grandma's health, go with the flow. Let's make up a sob story and see how far we can get. And then literally when they cut to them after they got the reward from the person who actually won, he was like, oh yeah, that was a strategy. Grandma's fine. Like grandma's like, she's just fine. Like everything's okay. No one's hurt. No one's in the hospital. Like that was all just a game. Like this is a game.
That's dirty.
So who knows what these dudes think they're gonna do when they go in? Like I'm gonna be a nice guy, but I'm really an F-boy, but really a nice guy. Like who knows what psychology games we're playing? You know?
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was wild. She definitely wanted to go with Mercedes, but then I felt like I think she's just trying not to be too pressed. I mean, she's playing hard to get a little bit. And then just to wrap up, Haley. He's putting his game down a little bit, and then Evander pops out. And like we didn't talk about Evander in his list, but like he has that like it's bad, whatever. Yeah. And she's kissing on him, but you could tell she was not enjoying that kiss. I don't know. Did you peep them vibes? Like she just looked, but it was a lot of tongue, and I was like, but it was like she did not want to be there. Like she did not want to be there.
No.
Hence what happens later on. But so all right, let's talk about Katie, man.
So Katie out the gate, man. Marco just is trying to snag her for every possible minute he can get. Like she's there for a date selection, and he's like, "Oh, need to talk to you. Over here. Talk to you. Talk." And so she's like, "Actually, gotta go." So like he's like his plan to secure the game over is foiled by the actual schedule of the goddamn show. Like, calm down, bro. We've got things to do. So Vince finally gets his date. Vince finally.
Well, he never got a date before.
No.
I felt like he's been on dates with her.
No, episode one, he was the first to talk to her. It was the out the gate connection. They were both on the reality show. They were both engaged on their show. It was instant. They kissed. Like it was chemistry at first sight. And then she's had 2 or 3 dates before, and that's when she picked Marco. And then she picked someone else, or she picked Benedict, and then now.
Okay.
Right. So Vince hasn't had his date, right? So he finally gets his date with Katie, and so they both instantly they both have a spark, right? We get to talking a little bit, we get to drinking a little bit, we get to kissing. There's no complaints here, and like it's kind of like just obvious. And it's unfortunate because Marco thinks he's like in first place, but like, you know, when she was kissing on Marco last week, we were cutting to confessionals about not right. Exactly. Like just night and day, Vince and Marco when it comes.
She said rhythm of my mouth. Like she said, she was saying like the rhythm of Vince's mouth is better. Yeah. I was like, oh, rhythm of the mouth. Oh, shit.
And then the date consists of
is it cake?
Real or cake? And bro, listen to me.
Is it cake date?
The most absurd thing on Netflix. I hate it. The is it cake trend, the whole TikTok thing. It's the most stupidest concept on the damn freaking planet. I don't.
Why you say that? Why? I think it's cool.
It's so stupid. Stupid. We made a whole game show out of it. It's like these 4 contestants were flown in all over the world.
How the fuck did they do that?
Will Arnett to tell if these 5 items are real or cake, and if they do, one lucky winner will win $100,000. Is it real or is it cake? And it's just like,
I love it.
Who gives a shit? It's just like it's like
a culinary competition. It's a
Carlos, is this Air Jordan Nike Air Force One real or cake? And it's just like, what?
Well, if it's a Jordan, I can tell if it's Fugazi Jordan.
There's no strategy. There's no way to tell. It's all like, I mean,
but it actually has to taste good too, though. Like after, like when, it is a guessing game, but it's a culinary competition too, because like they have to make it taste good. Like you must not have watched like a whole like until the end. Like I mean,
No, because I simply don't have time to decide whether this
I like
cheeseburger is
cooking shows though.
real.
I like that's my
Bro,
shit. Like
I love cooking shows.
a
Gordon
cooking
Ramsay.
competition show. That's my shit. That's like
Bro,
my other thing.
I am a god saint to Gordon Ramsay. When it's on, I'm watching. Like
Yeah,
I
Gordon. Yeah,
plug and
I'm watching
play.
Hell's
Like I
Kitchen. I'm
love cooking.
watching
Oh yeah,
the
Kitchen
Next Level
Nightmares,
Chef. That was my shit.
Next
Next
Level
Level Chef.
Chef. Yeah, we watch all the Ramsay
What?
shows. Oh, bro.
And
Oh,
Netflix has a
bro.
couple dope ones too. Netflix has a
We
couple.
might have to do a Ramsay show for next
All
season.
right. I mean,
Okay,
I'm
we'll talk
down.
about
I'm
it.
down.
But
Well, those are like 20 episodes. Those are like fucking 20
well,
episodes.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
It's a commitment. It's a
yeah,
commitment.
yeah.
But I love listen, I love cooking shows. I just think the whole cake that is so ridiculous. And
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's fine.
so they love it. It's they get
It's
it.
cute.
It's
He's smitten. She's
adorable, right? I
smitten.
know it's puppy love, as Vince says. It's
That's what he
puppy
said. Puppy
love.
love. He's a simp. He's a
Adorable.
simp for
Oh
sure. He's a
yeah,
simp.
he's a
He's a simp.
simp. If he's an F boy, biggest twist of the season.
Nah. Yeah. Yes. Definitely.
You don't
Well,
think
other than Keith's
well,
choice of the season.
yeah, I don't know. Obviously, Vince is coming off as the biggest nice guy ever.
Yo.
I just, yeah, it's interesting. So they
Oh
have a
my
great date,
god.
of course, of course. There hasn't really been. Has there been a bad date? I
No,
don't.
I don't think
Think
they have enough time to like for it to be a
right.
bad date. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
like, and even if I guess Marco and Katie, like
yeah,
Katie wouldn't have, but he's kind of just exhausting. So like she has no choice. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
So
So
Vince comes in hot.
yeah,
Vince
yeah,
comes in
and
hot.
he's focused on connections, not labels. That's what I think. That's something that he kind of said as well,
Yeah,
whatever. But
yeah. And so
um,
Vince comes in with the download. Do you agree with how and what he said and his ways? And whose side are you on? Vince versus the boys? Go.
man, you're allowed to talk your shit, bro. Like it's these are men at the end of the day. It's competition. It's competition.
Right.
It's competition at the end of the day. You
Exactly.
can say whatever the fuck you want to say. That you don't. I mean, like, but you got Dirty Mac Marco over here.
Dirty Mac Marco. I wrote down Marcos. This isn't Narcos.
Oh shit, that's good. That's good. Marcos, this
Yeah.
is a narco, but Dirty Mac Marco
Yeah, Dirty
is
Mac
a
Marco,
oh
bro.
my
Get out,
god.
dude. Get out. Get out. Get out.
He's the worst. He's very feminine. Like this is showing
Yep.
this is some feminine stuff here,
Yep.
like the
Yep.
way he's acting,
Yep.
whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, he just comes in, he wants to like one, he's the most salty of all of them. I don't even think the other guys thought it was just like shit talk, like whatever,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
But
I just don't.
he was offended.
Yeah,
He
I
was
just so yeah,
offended.
right. So Vince comes in, says he's got it in the bag because he had one good date with Katie, and like now Jared in the confessional was the sense of mine. He's like, listen, like you're being a little cocky. I get it. I do the same
Sure.
thing, whatever. But like now you're gonna have to eat your words if you don't win, and that's all we're saying. But like
Sure.
Marco, of course, is like, I'm offending. Katie needs to know.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
this is where we start the whole plan. We start the
Oh,
whole
man.
plan against Vince. Marcos thinks that we're getting Vince out of here instantly because of this brand new news that he's going to drop on Katie. This big bomb, this nuke,
Yep.
this Oppenheimer he's building.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so
Yep.
he gets all of his foot soldiers. He's like, "Yo, who's coming with me?" And next mixer, we're letting the girl that we care about know what's up.
Yep. Yep.
So in this group we have Marco, we have Jonathan, and
Yes.
we have one of the twins.
Yeah.
And one of the and this happened in the episode too, and it was really quick between dates. It was a clip with just both of the twins.
Oh yes, the wild cards.
The wild cards, bro.
The wild cards.
And I was like, you know what? That's it. That's perfect. It confirms what we thought from the beginning, and it tells us everything we need to know. And it's genius, right? Let the boys who do the drama. Let them go up for eliminations. Let them make them so. Let's fade back, but also like make ourselves known a little bit.
Yep.
And
Yep.
also
Yep.
just be the wild cards, bro. We got this in the bag. And
Yep.
so I thought that was a perfect clip for them to throw in there. I love that
Yeah.
little detail. And so I assumed from the beginning when Marco was putting this plan together for this little intervention he was doing with Katie that like Twin was going along with it because he just wanted to stir, you know what I mean?
Yeah, stir the pot.
Everyone
Stir the
round
pot.
up. Like,
Oh
yeah,
my
bro, let's
God.
go bet. Let's go tell.
Yo, that
We
move
care
he
about her.
played.
We
Oh
care
man.
about her, right?
We care. Yeah, we care
And
about her.
so we
He
get to
said,
the
he said,
mixer, right? we get to the mixer. We get to the mixer. Vince makes his move, and him and Katie are doing their one-on-one, right. And Marco's like, all right, this is it. Time for the attack. And so he
I know,
grabs
and Katie's nervous. She's like, "Oh, why does this feel
right.
so
She
intense?"
sees
Like,
all
because
these
he's
dudes
so
approach.
dramatic. He's so
Right,
fucking dramatic.
right.
Dirty Mac Marco.
He's like, Katie, hello, how are you this evening? If you mind if we all sit down, we've got something to talk to you about. And Twin is immediately doing the 180 back out. And he's like, oh, wait, y'all, I'm out. Peace. And so
He's like, "Oh, bye."
yeah, he's like, bro, I'm not even about it, bro. I'm not
Me. Yeah, he did the Roadrunner.
not
Me, and
about
then just
and and you know what I mean? So then Marcos tries to tell Katie that like what Vince said, and Katie's basically like, yo, that's what he's supposed to do, babe.
yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean? He's supposed
that's
to
called a
come back.
game.
Supposed to come back and brag about the date because guess what, bitch? It was a great date. It was a better date than yours, is what she said. And she's like,
Yeah,
this is petty. I'm gonna let you boys figure this out. I'm gonna go get a drink. And then you know what I mean? Uh
and
boy,
yeah, she
boy
that
Jonathan
definitely
Boy Jonathan made the move, took her to the bar, and like that definitely cemented Marcos in the bottom two.
yeah. Well, and ironically, Jonathan as well, right? Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
like, I mean, because he wasn't making that much of a connection. So yeah, Marco is just nasty, bro, and she's definitely questioning his manhood just based on how he's talking and things like that. She's like, this kid is like he keeps worrying about everything else instead of worrying about me, right? All right. So then we get the bottom twos for each of these women. So we'll start with Katie because that's where we left off. Her bottom two is Jonathan and of course Marco, right? And she gives her reasoning, and again, it's about his preoccupation with drama. Like he's drama and snitching, and
He
it's like,
cares, bro. He's crying because he cares. Because
yeah,
that's what nice guys do. We care. And if we're crying and we care, that must mean we're a nice guy. And you know exactly what an F boy would do? He would cry a lot and he would care
yeah,
a lot to convince a girl that he's a nice guy.
yep,
Get him out.
exactly. Get him out. Yep. And then Haley, all right, her bottom two is we got Pierce, which that was, I didn't even know he was going for her. I just thought he was on the show. Like again, I thought like I know who Pierce is. I don't know who Keith is. I didn't know who Nick was, but I
Yeah.
know Pierce.
Yeah.
And I thought he was asexual. I thought he was the muse, the yoga
and like
instructor.
acultural too. I didn't think Pierce was down with it. You know what I mean? Like I thought
Yeah.
maybe Katie or Danny would have been Pierce's direct path to redemption.
Yeah.
So
And
interesting,
and
or
she
maybe like he just didn't define it, and like
yeah, and
all
and
the
that's why
girls
she's getting her.
decided.
Yeah.
Or
And
okay,
so Pierce and then Evander, and again she talks about how Evander is not really like it's not really a connection. She felt that he wasn't that affectionate. And I'm thinking like this guy was giving you mad nasty affection. Like I don't know what you're talking about, but I think it's I'm telling you, man, it got to be that lisp, man. Like that would bother me too. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
this isn't Love Is Blind. Okay, this is
Yeah, this
F-Boy
is
Island.
superficial.
This is
We're
F-Girl
super.
Island. This is
Yeah.
like we're not here to get engaged at the end, babe. I'm here to make a little bit
Nah,
of
like
money.
I gotta be able to show you to my
And
people.
if
Like, you know what I'm saying?
right, and if I can't deal with a little bit of that, then I don't know about it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And then Danny, her bottom two is Marquies and Danny, ironically. So this is Danny's second week in a row, being in the bottom two. Again, he's not really making any moves. You know what I mean? He's just kind of hanging in the back. We know he's there, but that's all we see. And then Marquise, I mean, just again like fumbling over his words, just not really making an impact either. Not making his brother proud, that's for sure. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, weird. And so then we don't get an elimination.
Nope.
Because
It
we
was
cut it
wild.
off short because one of the twins has something to say because obviously Marcos is still going off and
Yep.
drama, and so now twin feels like he needs to defend his name.
Yep.
And what I found interesting about that is that's not part of the wild card plan. I thought we were supposed to be low key.
I know.
Everyone else be drama free, and
yes.
You know what I mean, like. So I thought that very interesting to see what's going to happen there at the beginning of episode 5, which is now coming on Friday.
Yes, Friday. Not this. Right. Not like a quick turnaround Friday, but like the next Friday, right?
No, this Friday. Friday.
Wow.
The episode's available November 4th on the app. Yeah, so it's available Saturday.
Oh, November. Oh my God, that's so fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna rock out.
So I mean, it's interesting. There's such maybe, like I said at the beginning, not sure if I cut it out or not, but like FBoy Island might be coming hopefully soon. So maybe that has something to do with it. I know you said ratings might have a play there as well. But,
yeah.
I mean, Monday nights. What else is on Monday nights? I mean, they're competing with Ramsey. You know what I mean? Gordon Ramsay's on Mondays.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah. I know. What show is on right now? What's back out?
Kitchen Nightmares is back.
I'm not saying I'm against it. I just that one. That's not one. I like the competition.
Like it's competition. Yeah. Competition Hell's Kitchen's on Thursday nights right now too. Hell's Kitchen's on.
I gotta get back on there.
It's only like episode 4. I think episode 4.
Oh, that's a lot, but that's a lot to binge there. I got some binging.
Just hop right in. I mean, what are the first few people?
Yeah, who cares about the first few people?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, but that's on Thursday nights too. But anyway, so man, we've got an elimination to get through. Unfortunately, we can't, no more FBoy nice guy predictions or anything else like that to discuss.
Nope.
And so that's pretty much it, man.
I'm excited, man. This is heating up.
Bottom
man.
2. So okay, what's your prediction for who's going home? Bottom 2 for Katie.
Bottom 2 for Katie. Marco's gone.
Yeah,
Marco's gone. He gotta go. Unless they're keeping him for TV. Because she doesn't really she didn't say she had a connection really with Jonathan either, but Marco, the only reason Marco stays is because he's entertaining. Like him, he gives the drama, he gives the entertainment.
Yeah.
Pierce and Evander, I think Pierce might stick around another week. I think she is just like something about Evander. She's kind of like, I just don't think she likes him anymore.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed for Pierce sticking around. I don't know. I want that to be just like the dark horse white knight of the whole thing. I want him to get to the finale and like be an FBoy and take all the damn money or something crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think Marquies gets eliminated. I think we're gonna see. Okay. Yeah, he's got to be done, and I think we're gonna get. I think Danny's gonna finally get a date, and then we're gonna get to see him in play in the next couple episodes and stuff like that. So, yep.
Yeah. Interesting move. That Mercedes back, and man, I dig it. I'm excited to see what happens next. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been another episode of the Recap and Record podcast. My name's Levi. That's Los. You can find us everywhere on social media, Twitter, links down in the bio, of course, on our socials. You know where to find us. We'll see you back next week with the schedule change now. Who knows? We'll figure out when we're recording and when we're uploading. And we'll
probably early in the week though. Give y'all some time up until the next episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Halloween, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next week. See you later, man.
Peace.